Alright, what's up guys, Choco here, and we're back with another Secret of Mana Randomizer Seed of the Week. This is number 190, and for this week we have a Vanilla Long Seed for this week. Alright, so this week's seed should be pretty interesting, so let's take a look at the flags and see what we're working with here. Starting off with restrictive logic, we have swapped bosses. So the bosses are going to be randomized. Hints are disabled, so we won't have access to hints this seed. Allow locked items. Not everything is going to be available. The randomizer is going to put a certain amount of items in the seed and lock everything else out. So we might not have access to elementals or mana seeds, weapons, and things of that nature. Other characters don't exist, so this is going to be a solo boy run because we don't have any flag that says, you know, girl start, sprite start, random start. They will not be in the seed at all, so this is going to be a solo boy run. High chest drops and no chest traps. We have a 3.0 gold multiplier, so enemies are going to be dropping triple the amount of gold rather than the usual double. 2.0 gold check multiplier, so any gold we find at checks is going to be worth a little bit more. And we have random status ailments set to easy. So yeah, like I said, no girl, no sprite. This also means excuse me, this is since this is a solo boy run, this also means that all of the orbs in the Grand Palace will not be accessible, which means in order to get go mode, all we need is a cutting weapon, either the axe or the sword, and the whip. That's it. So basically you can treat this like a vanilla short run, basically, but we still have to kill the 3 bosses in the Grand Palace, and that's just to access the Mana Fortress as usual, and then we have to beat the Mana Beast. So since we don't have access to the girl's magic or the sprite's magic, this is going to be a little bit of a different run. It also means, since I mentioned the orbs of Grand Palace, this also means that the Fire Palace becomes a totally free check. So all 3 chests in the Fire Palace are free, since there are no crystal orbs, since there's no sprite or no girl. Alright, so let's see what we can do with this seed. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, solo boy. I gotta get myself psyched up because I haven't run a solo boy seed in quite some time. And since we have no access to magic whatsoever, we are going to be relying on orbs, weapon orbs. So we want to pay close attention to what kind of weapons we end up with. And here's hoping we get some cash on the way as well. Alright, starting off with the spear. Let's check this out. We have int and earth. Okay. Intelligence wisdom doesn't do anything for us. Stone earth is not terrible. Alright, so what I want to do is go around the world and grab every single free item that I can, because we are actually looking for weapon orbs this time around. Weapon orbs and money. Okay, 1800 gold, that's a good start. And there's no hints, so there's no need for me to talk to that guy. Also gonna try checking the shops just to see what armor I can get my hands on. Okay, golden vest is there, that's good to know. We want to make note of that. And we're going to go ahead and FLAMMIE out. We're not checking bosses right now. We are going to hit up every free spot that we can. And like I said earlier, once we find the whip and the sword or the axe, either one, then we will be in go mode. We are able to get to Mech 3 and then enter the Mana Fortress. Alright, Glove Orb on Watts. Let's see. I should probably check this shop right now. And we also want to make sure we have some good armor for the Mana Beast fight too. Okay, Golem Ring, we take that. Coon Cap, Headgear. I'm gonna wait actually. We might run across Tiger Cap, and I'm 50 gold off of that, so we're gonna wait for that. But we're just gonna purchase the Golem Ring for now. Alright, Jab Orb. We don't need to check Earth Palace since there's no crystal orbs. Okay, 600 more gold. Good stuff. Now, there is a world where you can grind for money for like sword orbs or whatever. But we also have to deal with the allow locked items flag, which means it is totally possible that you might not be able to get all of the orbs that you need. Okay, there's the glove. That's nice. I'll definitely take that. Let's see what's on this thing. Okay, high damage agility stone. I'm gonna look to upgrade that, because we don't want to be dealing with high damage, especially on a level 1 weapon. Hypo, I could check the shop, I guess. I mean, I might as well. We've already seen golden vests. I'm mainly looking for tiger caps right now. Okay, needle helm, IV amulets there. That's nice. And that actually might be worth buying, because since we're going to be solo for the whole run, we might run into, you know, trap flowers and other things that might put us to sleep. But it really shouldn't be too much of an issue right now, honestly. Alright, Watcher Ring, Silver Band, Steel Cap. Yes, I can buy the Steel Cap, but I am looking for Tiger Cap. Alright, we are actually going to check Girl. Again, we want to hit up every free spot that we can. Because if the stars align and we actually find the whip... Ooh, there's the axe though. Excellent. So we're pretty much halfway to go mode already. Beast Con and ice on the axe. Yeah, we're pretty much halfway to go mode. All we need now is the whip. So once we find the whip, then that's go mode. Literally. Okay, so I'm actually gonna follow the original, the old route here. We're gonna go Moogle Village into Matango. Okay, Light Seed and 1600 gold. Nice. Let me out. Now, Mana Seeds won't do much for us. So we can kind of ignore them, but if the whip is on a Mana Seed pad, then let's just hope it's not. I mean, if it is, then we will have to fetch some Mana Seeds. Alright, Chain Vest, Gold Bracelet. Okay. Actually, I'm going to buy some candies and chocolates while I'm here. We don't want walnuts. We don't need walnuts this one. I'm gonna try to wait until I get all my free items. before I forge my weapons. We're gonna head to Kakara here actually, and then I'm gonna go into Fire Palace. Okay. Oh, there's our tiger caps. Yes, we want this. Definitely want that. Go ahead and put that on. We'll keep our overalls for now. We're good. We saw a golden vest back in Potos. Yeah, so the reason why we want Tiger Cap is because it's probably going to be the best helmet that we can get our hands on. Because the next best thing for the boy is the unicorn helm, and that's 5,600 gold. So I would rather pay 1,100 than 5,600. And as I said earlier, all the chests here are going to be free. 1,200 gold, good stuff. Actually going to use the glove here. Okay, boom orb, that does nothing for us since we don't have the boomerang. Yeah, we could take these, why not? It is no chest traps. Level 2. Alright, axe orb. Nice. To be honest, I really hope that we don't gain too many levels on this run, because as you know, the Mana Beast is going to be 10 levels higher than us. So here's hoping we don't have to actually dig down deep to find the whip. Here's hoping. Okay, nothing on Turtle Isle. We're gonna head to, I could check Mandala, but I'd rather go Dark Palace here. We saw Golden Vest. So if I need to go back to Potos for Golden Vest, I will. Actually, what I might just do is wait until I complete the Grand Palace bosses and then go buy chest armor, because we have more than enough defense for the Grand Palace bosses right now. We really do. Because we're sitting on Tiger Cap, we're sitting on Golem Ring. Okay, there's $1,000. Golem Ring and Tiger Cat by themselves is 45 defense. You put them together is 45 defense. Sort of. Okay. Alright, from here, I think we head to Tasnica. And as far as the tracker is concerned, don't pay it any mind. It'll show like elementals. It kind of acts wonky when the girl and the sprite are not in the seat. I mean, yeah, it's showing that I have Lumina, I have Dryad, which clearly I don't. That's a tracker issue. So just don't pay that any mind. But everything else is correct though. Chest? Nope, no chest. Fire seed, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go I mean, like I said, I'm not in any hurry to buy any chest armor right now. I want to save this money for weapon forges. Okay, from here we go to Lighthouse. This is kind of a weird route, but yeah, here's hoping I don't have to kill a bunch of bosses to get to the whip. Okay, 600 bucks. I think I can just turn these off, honestly. I don't want to confuse anybody that may be watching this for the first time and think, oh, he's got magic, when I really don't. And yeah, we could pop a couple of enemies for some chests along the way for a little bit more money. Now, depending on what weapons we end up with, Mana Beast might take a little while to kill. The dream weapon would be something that has Lunar Element, Strength, and increased crit. That would be probably the best weapon we can have. We want to go to Santa's house. But of course, you know, Rando's going to Rando. Okay, another bow orb. Alright, from here we go down to North Town. Should probably check the shops here now that I think about it. Ooh, Ruby Vest. Okay, that's nice. I'll make a note of that actually, because I can actually afford that right now. It's just I'm not going to buy it yet because one, I don't need to at the moment, and two, I want to save my money for weapon forges. Okay, there's the sword and a boomerang orb. Okay. Sword is nice. Strength and confuse. Okay, so sword is good. Swap out. I actually want to use this here. Just money? Nope, barrel. Barrel's worth 300 though, so we can sell those. And we do have a sword orb as well. This weapon has strength on it though, so whip orb. Hop out. We check ruins. Now, you might be saying, why not just play the seed until you find a bunch of sword orbs and then forge up to the mana sword? Yeah, you can potentially do that, but the issue is it's allowed locked items. You're not guaranteed to find all the sword orbs. So it could be impossible to forge the mana sword. Okay, there's another sword orb. So I'm not even gonna attempt to try anything like that. If the allow locked items flag wasn't there, then yes, you could theoretically do that. Okay, there's that. But since the allow locked items flag is there, it could potentially mean that all of the sword orbs are not accessible. Because we don't know what's locked out. Okay, we're getting silence, unfortunately. Again, we're hunting for weapon orbs. That's really all we're hunting right now. Weapon orbs and money. Yes. And like I said, ideally we want to find Luna weapons, a good strength weapon, increased crit, okay, Spears Orb, rope out. Anything of that nature, then we should be in good shape. Should be. Because by the time we get to the Mana Beast, he's going to be at the very least in the low 20s, at the very least. It depends on where this whip is too, and how many bosses I have to kill to get to it. Okay, 800 gold on Mara, sure. Yeah, we just FLAMMIE out. We saw Golden Vest and Ruby Vest, so I don't think we need to look in shops anymore. Power Vest would be nice, yeah, but I don't know if I want to go out of my way for it at this point. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and check the Sunken City chest here. Okay. Ooh, there's the whip though. The whip is free. Hell yeah. Okay, that changes things. Let's see. Whip is Dragon Con Ice. Okay. I can go right now actually, but I'm not gonna go just yet. I'm actually, and I think this is the right play. We're gonna go to Watson Forge. The misplay was not forging when I was in Northtown, I think that was a little bit of a misplay, but it's okay. It's a-okay. I'm probably gonna drop a save too. And I'm gonna check these weapons too. Okay, we forge this, we forge this, forge this, forge this, we can forge this as well. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, gloves is agility, earth, sword is strength and thunder. That's pretty nice actually. Axe is dark and int. Okay, so this axe might be good for Dread Slime. I might just keep it like that. Okay, Strength and Ice on the spear, and Int and Dryad on the whip. I could force the sword one more level, but we rolled Strength, so I think I'm gonna keep it that way. As a matter of fact, I still have money left over. I'm gonna get that ruby vest right now while I'm here. I have just enough money for it too. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. I'm also going to grab... Okay, never mind. I have chocolates already. So the barrel, so the overalls, and we're good. Alright, so I think our sword's our best weapon, right? Yeah, so we'll stick with that for now. Alright. We are going to go to Grand Palace. We're going to kill bosses. We are in go mode. We have the whip. We have a cutting weapon. We have both cutting weapons. Alright, so let's do it. Vampire, okay. And we have plenty of defense. Ooh, nice. There we go. With a ruby vest, tiger cap, golem ring was sitting on what, 88 defense? Yeah, 88 defense. Alright, Jav Orb, that doesn't do anything for us. We don't have the Javelin. We can turn into Dryad Seed while we're here and see what we get. Water Seed and $1,000. Okay. Good stuff. Alright, who is this? Minotaur, we got you. Oh yeah, this sword is definitely coming in handy. Strength and Thunder. I like that. But yeah, like I said, I could have forced it one more time. But, I mean, we rolled a Strength and Thunder weapon, so might as well keep it. Alright, Whip Orb. And a Glove Orb. Okay. Level 5. Topicala. Okay. We don't have a lunar weapon, unfortunately. But this sword will suffice. And if we're lucky, we can get 2 hits per cycle. He's dead. Alright, and just like that, Mana Fortress is unlocked. Our axe is Dark Elements, so we can use that against Dread Slime. Level 6. Boom Orb, Glove Orb. Okay, I actually might forge again because we did get a couple more Gloves Orbs. 2100 gold. So right now we are going to head back to Northtown and see what we get. Probably going to drop a save before I forge as well. Just in case I lose something that I want. Okay. Okay, Force of Gloves, Cal Curry, Force of Whip, Chain Whip. Let me see what I got first. Okay, ooh, okay, gloves are Luna and Intelligence. I'm gonna keep those for sure. Whip is high damage agility Dryad, don't care. And I think... Okay, let me see what the level 3 sword is, because if it's better than what I have, then... This is why we save, by the way. Bone Fist. Okay, sword is Strength and Confuse. Ooh, increase crit, Strength, and Thunder. I don't know. I lose Luna Element though. We can force that though. I think I keep this. We don't care about the whip. I think I keep that though. I'm gonna save. Yeah, I think I keep the Luna weapon. Level 3 sword. Level 3 gloves. I'm not sure if that level 4 glove is better though. I'm trying to think of how much damage I can do to Mana Beast with that weapon versus the weapon I have now. I get increased strength, and I get plus the strength, and then I get increased crit rate, but I lose the Luna Element aspect. I don't know. I'd have to test it against the Mana Beast and see what we're working with. I'm not sure at all which is going to be better. The glove is kinda... I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it's really not that great against the Mana Beast. I mean, you can use it on Mana Beast, yeah, but it doesn't have the reach like some other weapons do, like the sword or the spear, for instance. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Alright, made this in. Alright, we got you. Alright, we're just gonna cheese him though. Sit right here and cheese him. Ooh, imagine if I kept my other sword though. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Because my other sword was Thunder Element, and those other gloves were Thunder Element too. It doesn't matter, honestly. It really doesn't. Okay, level 8. Nothing there. Probably gonna get these gloves to level 2. If I can. There we go. Alright, Jet Slime's coming up, so we're going to use the axe since we know it has a dark element to it. And Jet Slime is weak to dark. It doesn't have strength on it, unfortunately. And... oh, never mind. I thought I was getting exploded there. I already know that Mana Beast is probably gonna be like a 10-minute fight. 25. Okay, let me see if my sword is actually better here. Okay, my sword is better here actually, instead of the axe. I'll just use this. Yeah. And we're gonna get rained on a bunch, but nothing we can do about it. We're not gonna use charge attacks. We're just gonna slash him to death. That's all we can do. So the reason I chose this particular spot to fight is so I don't get knocked back all over the arena from Acid Storm. And that way I stay in one spot. Dead. Okay, so we were level 8 when fighting him. This should push us to level 9. Maybe level 10. Nine. Okay. So after the next boss, we should be level 10. Okay, Earthseed. Let me check my XP real quick. 309. Okay, yeah, probably level 10 after the next boss. Which means Mana Beast is going to be level 20. I'm pretty sure his spells are going to be level 2 as well. His, really, dude? I had no MP. Yeah, his spells are going to be probably level 2. His Lucent Beam and his wall. Well, his wall doesn't matter since I can't cast magic on it. Blue Dragon. Okay. Actually, I wonder if the sword is going to do more damage than the gloves. Yep, level 10. Okay, so Mana Beast is going to be level 20. Yeah, I want to try the sword first. But yeah, this is going to be like a 10-minute fight. And we should have enough defense to not really care about any of his attacks all that much. Yeah, we should be good. We got candies and chocolates just in case as well. Only thing we gotta worry about is Lucent Beam spam. Okay, let me see how much damage this does. 11, okay. That was a level 2 charge attack, by the way. Let's try using the gloves. 48, yeah. Yeah, this shouldn't do much, right? Yeah. Yeah, he might just spam it sometimes, though, which is annoying. Mm-hmm. Okay, 65. Maybe we got unlucky with that sword strike. I don't know. willing to try again though, if it comes from the bottom. Of course, it comes from the dang top. Unfortunate. Yeah, okay, we have to use glove here for sure. We're not getting much out of that sword. Yeah. He timed that perfectly actually, because I let go of the button as soon as he did that. Okay, that was a crit. Or was it? I didn't get the crit message though. Yeah, like I said, this is gonna be like a 10-minute fight. There's nothing we can do about it. It really isn't. Nice. Oh, don't do this. Wow. Oh my god, I hate his Lucent Beam spam. It's so random when he does it. Yeah, wow. 5 beams. 5 Lucent Beams on that round. Holy moly. Yeah, sometimes he just does that, you know. There's nothing you can do about it. He casts it when he wants to. Sometimes he won't cast it at all. Sometimes he'll just spam it. And you can't even get damage in. Okay, so we want to wait until his tail hits the ground right there. Swing. 94. Okay, yeah, we're definitely doing more damage with this glove, for sure. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Okay, we got a hit in at least. This is why this is going to be a 10-minute fight, by the way, because he does that. Yeah, we don't have to worry about healing yet. Alright, 1, 2, 3 flaps. Level 1. Okay. Yeah, we pretty much have to chip him down. I mean, nothing else we can do, honestly. And this is the reason why we don't want to kill too many bosses. I'm actually glad that the seed turned out like this, because if the whip would have been in a more a harder to reach spot, if I would have to kill a bunch of bosses to get the whip, then Mana Beast would be a much higher level. Which means he'll have a lot more HP to chew through. Well, I am perfectly fine with the way this seed turned. Oh my god. Dude, I'm perfectly fine with the way this seed turned out. Oh boy. We'll kill him. Nice. I'll be low there, unfortunately. Got him. Oh, brother. Man, the beast is so annoying. It's not in the fact he's annoying, it just takes so long to kill like this. Because you don't have access to mana magic, you don't have access to magic at all. One, two, three. Don't you start this. Did I let go? I didn't. Okay, good. Please. Ugh. Okay, we got him. Whew. Let that attack go. His loosened beams are so random. It's annoying. You don't know when he's gonna do it. So you kind of have to hope for the best. Now, I don't know how much health he has. At level 20, I don't think he has too much. Probably like 2,000 something. Okay. You take those. Global. It's unfortunate he beamed right there. I was gonna try and smack him. Gotta chip him down. We don't need to heal yet. We're not in danger of dying. I think that was 48. I couldn't see that. Nice. Wow. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm really interested to see how the other runners tackle the seed. I really am. I mean, considering where the whip and the axe were, your main job in this seed is to... Got him, he's dead. Is to prepare for this fight. Woo! Alright, GG. Okay. I figured this is going to be a 10-minute fight. Alright, so 4703. I think that could be faster actually, but yeah, I mean, both the whip and both cutting weapons were free, which means you can access the Grand Palace, Mech 3 rather, you can access Mech 3 right away. Now, seeing as where they were, I can imagine someone, you know, checking girl or the axe, and then going immediately to Sunken City to get the whip. But then your issue is, and this is if you don't check everything else that's free, you don't get all the chests that had money in it, then your issue is you need armor. Because there's no way someone is going to go straight to Grand Palace with no armor. I legit can't see that. Not with the bosses that were there. Vampire, Tropicalo. Well, Tropicalo might be doable without armor, but a Vampire probably sus. What was that Hex's? I can't even remember what was that. Oh, Minotaur, right? A Minotaur might be doable without armor too, maybe. But I can't see someone going straight there after finding both the whip and the axe. Maybe you grind up money to get armor and to forge weapons maybe. And then after you kill the Tropicalo, you grind up again, maybe. Forge whatever you have left. But then that's the problem though. If you grind too much, then you're just gonna level. Which means the mana beast is gonna be a higher level, which means it's gonna have more HP to chew through. So honestly, I really think I did the right thing in just going around grabbing all the freebies that I could. Getting the whip and the axe and the sword in the process. And then forging and then just going straight to Grand Palace. That level 2 sword is really nice for those bosses. You got Vampire. I mean, Vampire is not weak to thunder, but it still doesn't have a lot of HP in that spot. And then the Minotaur, weak to thunder. Tropicalo, you can easily kill that as well. And then you go to Mana Fortress, you fight the Mantis Ant, you can cheese him. Dread Slime is not much of an issue either. And then you have Blue Dragon at Dark Lich spot, which also shouldn't be much of an issue if you know how to fight dragons. And then you have your Mana Beast fight. Now, the thing is, Mana Beast is always going to be 10 levels higher than you are. 10 levels higher than your highest character. So in this case, Mana Beast is going to be level 20 plus. At the very least. Now, we did not kill any other bosses this run, aside from, you know, the Grand Palace bosses and the Mana Fortress bosses, obviously. So that's what, 6 bosses? You got Snapdragon, Hexes, Mech 3, Buffy, Dread Slime, Dark Lich. Yeah, 6 bosses. Which, at the very minimum, gets you to level 10, I think. At the very minimum. That's if you don't kill anything else in the run. So, at the very minimum, Mana Beast is going to be level 20. Which means you're going to need some type of armor to, you know, withstand its Lucent Beam spam. At level 20, its Lucent Beam is going to be level 2. So, if you go in there without armor, you're just going to get shredded. There's no way around it. And I'm thankful that the seed gives you a ton of money in free checks. Like, I think out of all the free checks that we did, let's see, we got the 1800 golden potos, we found 600 at Kilroy, well, the kill word chest. And then I remember 1600 in Moogle Village. I think there was some money at the lighthouse as well. I think it was like 600, 800, something like that. I don't remember. And then Fire Palace had 1200. Mara had 600 or 800, I think. And then there was 1,000 gold at the Dark Palace, I believe. So the seed gives you like 7k gold for free. You want to use that money to get your weapon upgrades and get you some good armor. Now, you probably don't have to go Ruby Vest like I did. You could probably just stick with Golden Vest and be fine. Tiger Cap and be fine. You don't really need Golem Ring either. I mean, there's a world where someone searches for Power Wrist, which I don't blame them. Which is probably what I should have did actually, but plus 5 strength. I don't think it would have helped out that much. Oh yeah, I probably could have did a little bit more damage, but I don't think it would have been worth the magic defense loss. I mean, you saw the Lucent Beams were barely doing anything. If I had Power Wrist instead of Golem Ring, I think they probably would have been doing a little bit more, maybe like 10 damage, which is still good. But still, we didn't have to heal once. So I really think getting the freebies is super important. Because otherwise you'll have to grind, which means you have to gain levels. And when you gain levels intentionally, that means you're raising the Mana Beast's levels too, which gives it more HP, which makes it stronger, and thus it takes more time to kill. I can also see people doing not Northtown Ruins, Pandora Ruins. I can see it because you kill one boss and you get 7 checks out of it. I mean, you could have gotten some orbs in the treasury. There could have been, I don't know, like what else could there have been though? That would have been useful anyway. So I don't know. Anyway, 4703 is our time. Very interesting seed. I really want to see how the other runners would tackle this seed. I really do. I think I did the right thing in just going around getting freebies, getting as many weapon orbs as I could, and then forging, and then going to Grand Palace, killing the bosses there, getting some armor, and then just, you know, YOLOing the Mana Beast fight and just fight it for like 9 to 10 minutes. I think that was the right call. I really do. Because like I said, otherwise you're gonna have to find some, if you don't get all the freebies, you're gonna have to find some other way to get money, which means you have to grind and raise levels. You're going to need armor. That's just, you know, that's a no-brainer. You are going to need armor for Mana Beast. There's just no way around it. Otherwise, you just die. Even at level 20, level 2 Lucent Beam does a lot of damage if your magic defense is super low. So I would say at the very least, you would need something like Raccoon Cap, maybe fancy overalls you could get by with those. Golem rings, silver ring. You don't want those Lucent Beams doing too much damage, because what'll end up happening is, and you saw it during the fight, Mana Beast on one cycle cast it 5 times in a row. And if your magic defense is low, and those Lucent Beams are doing like 30-40 damage a pop, you're just dead, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that's why you want armor. So you want armor mainly for the magic defense. So you can survive those lucent beams. You want them at single digits, honestly. And if you can get the lucent beams down to single digits, then you won't have any issues. You know, you won't even need to heal. But if your magic defense is low because your armor's not good enough, and you're taking what 20-30 damage lucent beams a pop, there's a chance that he can just pop you, because if he decides to cast it 4, 5, 6 times in a row, which he can, you're screwed. All right, anyway, 4703 is our time for the seed of the week, number 190. I will see you all next time.